If we could have everybody stand, please, for the invocation by Tommy Thompson.
Ladies and gentlemen, many historical events have occurred in the month of December. In 1620, the first Pilgrims landed at Plymouth. It was a harsh winter and many did not survive, but those that did were part of the humble beginnings of our great country. In 1903, the Wright brothers developed the first airplane that flew only 120 feet. Actually, shorter length than some of the wingspan of some of our larger planes today. In December 1933, the Congress passed the 21st Amendment, ridding our country of prohibition. Yay! December 7, 1941 is a day that will live in infamy. Our country endured the vicious sneak attack by the Japanese on our naval base at Pearl Harbor that started World War II in the Pacific. And on 25 December, we gathered with family, relatives, and friends to celebrate a national holiday, Christmas. With these events in mind, please bow your heads. Please bow your heads in prayer. Almighty God, Master and Commander, bless this assembly as we join together with our fellow service members, our guest friends, and during the Christmas season. We ask you to give us as a free people the strength to protect our country and our Constitution. We ask you to protect our armed forces as they continue in harm's way in the fight against terrorism. We also ask for a special blessing for our MOAA members who have so honorably served in the armed forces of the United States. And finally, we all thank you for allowing us to be part of this great country, the United States of America. And may we all have a blessed Christmas and a happy New Year with our family and friends. We ask this in your name, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Tommy. If everybody could remain standing, please, and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please, everybody, take your seats. I have to tell you, everybody, I really love this time of the year, our annual Christmas get-together gala, because it's a time to share, have some fun, have some dancing, share some stories, and it's also an opportunity for our chapter to give back to you, members, for just having a wonderful year. We have a lot to be thankful for. This year, we received the ninth awarding of our Level of Excellence Award. We're gonna present that later on. I want to welcome our special guest, Lieutenant General Dana Atkins, and his wife Laura, who's coming out all the way from Washington D.C. to be part of our gala ceremony. I will give a more formal introduction later on tonight. Sir, is your father-in-law Colonel Edwards? Welcome, sir. And his wife Diana. We're also honored to have a representative from Congresswoman Dina Titus's office, Susan Fabry. Susan, there you are. Welcome. We're also greatly honored to have Dave McKeon here, who's running for Nevada 3rd Congressional District. Sir, welcome. You got my vote. And his wife Crystal, welcome. Dave and his wife Crystal have brought two guests tonight, Norman Ross and his wife, forgive me, Marjan.
Pretty good.
Okay, welcome. Thank you very, very much for coming tonight. As part of our upcoming silent auction, Norm was very kind to donate his condo in Cabo San Lucas, and my wife will talk a little bit about that later on tonight. Also, his wife, Marjan, makes fine jewelry. We have a wonderful example of here that we also have as part of our silent auction. We also have Judge Mark Stevens as our guest tonight. And with a guest, Tanya. Judge, where are you tonight? I remember you from last year. Welcome. Bill and Joanne Mumpower have a guest, and her name is Ann Brembrock. Renbrook. Oh, my apologies. Welcome. Tommy Thompson and Jan have their relative, their granddaughter Emily Thompson here in Vegas attending UNLV. Emily is invited to join the National Honor Society because of her high grade point average. Emily, where are you? Welcome. And I have a note here that says you didn't take after your dad on the grade point average side, right? All right. Kay, where are you? Kay Milzer has two guests tonight. Mr. Barry Grosser and his wife Shirley. Hopefully I didn't butcher that up too bad. Welcome. And again, I want to welcome all our guests to our annual MOAA Christmas Gala. Old members tonight here, we have Victor Ingram and his wife Opal. Victor, I think I saw you earlier tonight. Yes. Victor just got promoted to Colonel 06 in the California National Guard. Congratulations, sir. Outstanding. Janet Lupton is here tonight with her husband Dave. Janet was a one-time auxiliary representative. She also just retired from the library where she works for years and is now every day is a Saturday. Janet, where are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming. Okay, at this time I want to wish Charlie. Charlie Machero, we'll have you come up here and introduce your band. Everyday life and all the other commitments that we have. And so rare do we have a person who finds the time to join us to participate in a lot of our functions, but unfortunately because of technical requirements is ineligible to join us. But that notwithstanding, we have gone ahead with the board and made a vote to decide to recognize one such individual who has been a key member participating in a lot of our functions. At this time, I'd like to ask Carol Donald if she would join us up here on the podium. Carol, at this time, the Military Officers Association of America, the Southern Nevada chapter, wants to present to you the certificate of honorary membership in recognition of your continued participation as a guest at our luncheons and dinner meetings and in recent years and leading to your support of our chapter when needed. The Board of Directors voted unanimously to appoint you as an honorary member of our chapter with all the rights and privileges. Congratulations. Signed, John M. Mentor, President.
Sure, this is our MOAA coin. For those of you that are familiar, obviously, we actually call these RMOs, means round metal object. But if you're familiar with the commander's coin, it actually signifies outstanding superior performance. Usually it's on the spot presentation, but Carol, I know what you've done. One of the keys for MOAA is access. And I know that you've had political fundraisers here in Nevada that have provided MOAA members access to our political leadership, not only at the local level, but certainly at the federal level as well. Because of that, MOAA has been able to achieve many, many successes. Because we get in the door and we can share certainly our positions and our advocacy. and you've made that happen for us. So from the national as well as from your local chapter here, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for us. Carol, thank you.
Janet is to say is a superb advocate is an understatement. I like to consider her like a weapon system. We wind her up and we launch her, and you should see her in action when she goes against a politician and just shreds them to pieces and leaves them basically not able to say no to this lovely lady here. It's just amazing. Because of that, we actually have a tremendous, in this world today where it's either Democrat, Republican, pro-Trump, anti-Trump, whatever, she has created and bridged and created a tremendous bipartisan working relationship with all the Nevada congressional and senatorial delegations. They agree on one thing, and it comes to veterans' rights, SPP, DIC offset, they all agree, which is truly amazing when you consider a lot of states how partisan it can get. She has created that environment in Nevada where they all have signed up on board with all the various Senate and House bills to help veterans, to help military widows. It's just amazing. You will be missed, let me tell you.
I'm still going to be doing things.
Yeah. So on behalf of the chapter, we would like to present to you, again, the Certificate of Achievement for your outstanding support to our chapter for 2 years as our legislative liaison representative on the board of directors. Your pursuit of MOAA and local chapter legislative goals, both persistent and successfully, especially with our SB DIC offset issue with Congress. Congratulations on a difficult job that's been well done. Signed, John Inventor, 14 December 2017. Now, you're going to be like a game show contestant because we do have an additional prize. This came to me this morning. This is from the office of the mayor, Carolyn Goodman. From the office of the mayor, by virtue of the authority given to me by the laws of the state of Nevada and by the charter of the city of Las Vegas, I, Carol G. Goodman, mayor of the city of Los Angeles, do proclaim... Oh, my apology. I'm sorry, Las Vegas. It's jet lag. City of Las Vegas do hereby proclaim December 14th, 2017 as Janet Snyder Day. In the city of Las Vegas, and ask all residents and visitors to join me in recognizing this wonderful woman for her leadership as president of the Society of Military Widows of Southern Nevada, chapter number 34. We thank you for your tireless efforts, meaningful efforts on behalf of the military widows, both nationally and especially here in Las Vegas, whose family members served our nation so valiantly. Signed, Carol G. Goodman, Mayor, City of Las Vegas. I'm now going to turn over to General Atkins.
Jen and I had the opportunity to meet, I think the very first time was in the fall of 2015, when I first met Janet. And I recognized right away not only her compassion, but certainly her energy to be a strong advocate for surviving spouses. And certainly for us in our association, we count almost, 67,000 surviving spouses who are encumbered by something that we call the widow's tax. What I've been able to witness, certainly over the couple of years that I've been in this position, is the virtual army that Janet has. That's out on kind of social media that has really generated a remarkable success in surviving, or in supporting the surviving spouses. The tragedy right now is the surviving spouse, the image is actually changing, right? Many of our surviving spouses are very young now, and certainly that's the byproduct of nearly almost 2 decades at war. And so we have surviving spouses now that are in their early 30s, young children, and face financial challenges for decades to come. And it's people like Janet who basically stand behind and have the opportunity to talk to our congressional leadership and hopefully right an egregious wrong, as we all know, in providing them with the resources that they richly deserve, and unfortunately richly deserve from the loss of their spouses. Jen, I can't tell you in strong enough words how much you mean to me personally, how much you mean to MOAA collectively. You've done so much, and you continue to do so much. I know that. I haven't done this very often. I give something we call the President's Award. It's singular recognition for somebody who has really gone above and beyond. Janet, that is you, above and beyond. I want to present you with my President's Award from MOAA National Headquarters with a personal letter and tell you again, thank you so much, and I love you.
Thank you.
Let's do it again. One more time, Janet. Perfect. Take your picture.
If I can get up, I'll get up.
Thank you to all of you. I'd like to thank General Atkins and John Minter and everybody in MOAA for helping me. It's not, I'm just trying to get people to do things, but you have done it. You've been making phone calls and everything. And especially I want to thank MOAA for all they have done. There is nobody, no organization in the country that supports us the way you do. MOAA is the best. They're the absolute best. The best organization, the only organization, as far as I'm concerned, that helps all military people, veterans, retirees, and survivors. We're all included in the military family. And this is the best organization in the world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.